everybody. It's Christine. It is day 16 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Let me show you the sketch. It is by Rebecca Lockhart. I guess she dash Dickman. I think her YouTube channel is Rebecca Lockhart. And what she has here is, it looks like a mixed media, going across like a, paint or ink or something. And then this looks like hexagons, ginormous hexagons with some florals kind of woven in. And then you could imagine 3 pictures or something like that. Now she's kind of drawn a line around these things, I guess kind of leading into the organicness of this mixed media feel. This is a very organic feeling layout. Yeah, here it is, Rebecca Lockhart Scraps. I knew her channel was called something like that. What I'm going to do, so I am going to be very lazy, y'all. And I'm not even sad about it because I got this entire pad of alcohol ink. It's by, I guess, Momenta. I bought this at Tuesday morning, it looks like. And it's a whole pad full of like inked or alcohol inked patterns on these papers. And so I'm going to be lazy and use one of these because, again, I don't use this very often. I thought, this is a perfect time to use it. And I'm going to pull this page out here because it gives me the feel of that ink that she's kind of got on the sketch. So I'm going to use this. I'll have to trim that off, obviously. Now, I don't have any ginormous hexagons, so I'm going to use string. And I'm honestly just going to make a wreath, y'all. I'm probably not making hexagons. I'm just going to make me a big old wreath. I saw Kristen Foster do something like this, and I've done it on another layout where you just kind of glue down your string to give yourself the shape and the texture. And I think I'm going to do that. I have these little pieces here I had cut out some time back. I think I might end up using these, and I'm going to use these butterflies from a Hip Kit Club because they're in the same kind of colors, I think. So I'm going to try to get those in there. And then I have, what I'm going to do in the center is I have this thing that says, let your faith be bigger than your fear. My daughter's going through a little bit of stuff right now, and I'm just feeling it for her. I'm just feeling my feels. So, and I thought this color palette kind of went with this. So I'm going to cut that out. That's going to be my centerpiece. And then I have these pictures of my daughter. I just thought she looked really pretty. And she's kind of got on this purple makeup stuff here. So I'm going to trim these down. And these will be like my squares, I think. We'll see how this all works out. And then I found these Bo Bunny double dots that have, similar colors here. So I've got this purple. And then I've got this little like coral color. And I think these are really pretty. I may not use the dot side. I may use this side because I think that's a little more organic-y looking. So anyways, I thought those looked really good. So I'm going to try to matte the photos on these. I may double or triple matte the middle part. I may triple matte the middle and double matte the photos or something like that. I got to kind of cut this stuff down. So that is what I'm starting with. And I'm hopeful this doesn't take me too long since I'm cheating with my little paper here. So this is what I think is going to take me the longest, if I'm honest, because I'm kind of clumsy. So let me get to cutting and I'll come back on in a moment. Okay, talk soon. All right, gang, quick check-in. I have gone through and I went ahead and pulled out another sheet of purple paper. It's not the same shade as this. It's a little darker because I thought this is a little darker. And matted this paper. I noticed on the sketch she kind of had this, I think it's actually a matte on there, and I didn't notice that initially. And I actually was looking at it thinking it's a little bit too organic or whatever. So I thought, oh, I need a matte. And then I looked and I go, duh, she's got a matte. And I've gone ahead and matted the photographs and my little thing here. And I haven't decided. I may end up scuffing these because I'm feeling like they're a little bit wonky. So I may do the outside. I'm going to see. But I still need to come in and do this part. So that's what I'm going to do next is I'm going to glue this down. I think I'm going to do it a couple times around just to give it a little bit of, a little bit of je ne sais quoi. I am not French, y'all. So I have no idea what I just said. Anyways, I'm going to glue that down and then kind of come into this piece here. I noticed that she doesn't really have a title on here. So maybe this is the title. I'm not certain. I'm going to think about that as well. I haven't, I may go into my pre-made titles and see if there's just anything that catches my eye. But anyways, I'm going to stop the camera and I'm going to do my little glue down things and then we'll go from there. All right, talk to you. Okay, gang, so I took a roll of foam tape and I've laid that there just to give myself the circle. And I have laid the pictures kind of where I know they're going to go. They are not glued down just yet. But anyway, I'm going to take this string. I'm going to use a little Nuvo glue and I'm just going to go around the outside of this circle. It's not perfect. It's not like I didn't say to myself, oh, I need exactly 1 inch or a ½ inch or whatever around it. It's probably about a ½ inch, maybe a little more from the circle. But it's really just to give myself a reference point so that it is staying in a bit of a circular shape, because otherwise I probably would have ended up, ovally or square or something like that. So anyway, I glued down that first little circle, and I'm just going to kind of come around and keep going. I end up doing like, I think 3 different little layers or 3 different little string circles, but I'm not going to make you sit and watch the whole thing because it does take me just a minute. I'll end up kind of crossing over and giving a little bit of a organic feel to it. This whole layout has an organic feel, truth be told. So anyway, I'm going to cut away because you don't need to be watching all that. And then I'm going to come back on. You'll see the strings cut and it's glued down. And that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to actually attach my photos. Technically, of course, that's not a photo. That's a, a cut apart, I guess. And I guess that's counting as the title. On the sketch, I really don't think she showed a title per se. So I guess this is going to be my title. And I guess I'll just call the layout Let Your Faith or something like that. So the pictures, I'm looking at them and the strings underneath there, and I decided to put a little bit of foam tape because I think it looked kind of good, just lift it up over this string here. And I keep kind of fiddle farting around with this, if I'm honest. I'm trying to figure out, okay, where do I put this where the string, is kind of in the middle of the foam tape. So I just kind of keep messing with it, and, it'll take me a second. I do like these pictures a lot. They were from like a beauty shoot. I don't remember now. I'm so sorry. My daughter was old enough at this point. I think she went off on her own for this particular shoot. And I don't even remember who did the makeup. So somebody did some beauty makeup on her. And then they did this little photo shoot here. These aren't the actual photos. Like the photographer had the better ones. I think she might have I don't remember how she sent these to me. I think she just texted these to me or something. And I tend to save them and then screenshot them and stuff so I can use them on my scrapbook pages. I typically, if I ever post them online, I do make sure I put the photographer's credit, but for just the scrapbook page, it's just for her and just for me in the house or whatever. And so I don't really mess too much with photography credits inside there. But anyways, it was a really pretty little shoot. I do like the purple makeup. It looks kind of cool. She's got these cool, hazel eyes, and those look really pretty with purple. And I thought the style of it was kind of neat. I don't even remember, like I said, what this was for exactly other than a beauty shoot of some kind. So anyways, I'm going to get the foam tape all kind of pulled apart right here. And then this is where I'm going to start looking at, okay, I need to take my my little green pieces and my little butterflies. So I'm going to pull all the butterflies out. So I put these little green, I guess those are ivy leaves down. I had pre-cut those for another layout ages ago, and they were just in a bowl over here. And I was like, oh, I've got these pretty leaves. Those two were kind of tangled up. I don't know, this green looks okay, I think. I mean, there's not really, that green isn't anywhere else on this page, but I go, well, it's green and it's leaves, and so it'll be fine. And I'm just kind of spacing these out a little bit. I will come in a minute and add some additional leaves from another little set of stuff I have, stash items. So, but I'm starting with these thinking, okay, maybe these will be enough. And I'm just going to lay these down, and then I'm going to take the butterflies and kind of lay those down on top. And, there we go. I'm just bending the bending the wings up to give them some dimension. But then I really decide after I do all this that it's not enough and I need a little more. So I'm going to end up coming with a little more. And at first I start with the ones with the little silver foiling on them, and then I'll lay down the ones that have no foiling. And I'm not sure I like that. So I'll end up actually setting those aside for a minute, but I do end up using those, spoiler alert. But I start with this, and I've kind of got these laid down. I use glue dots because I decided they are vellum, so they're see-through. I mean, the foiling kind of helps not be real see-through, but it is see-through. So I'm going to take glue dots and put these here, and I'm going to kind of try to hide the glue dots amongst the leaves a little bit. And you can see I'm just kind of using this little glue. I sometimes I'll put them down on there, and then I'll put the glue dot up underneath. Sometimes I guess that's called scrapping down. I guess I'm trying to remember the name or how people refer to it. So at this point now, I had to get up and go do some other things and all that, and I ended up forgetting to record some of it. So now you can kind of see I've stuck down another color of green leaves there with some foiling, and then now I've got my butterflies and my leaves glued down, and now I'm just coming with these little round enamel dots. It was actually from the same little, it was a Creative Memories, like a little set with leaves and dots and things like that. It's from that same little set of green leaves and dots. And I think it's okay. I've got 2 shades of green, but I go, well, in real life, like real plants and stuff like that, you have multiple shades of green. So I'm not unhappy with it. I think it looks okay. And I just add these few little dots in here. And that's all I'm actually going to end up doing to the layout, y'all. I don't really overly do. I don't know. I guess with the alcohol ink background and everything going on, it just seemed like it was enough, right? So anyway, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to slow it down so you can kind of see it. I think it turned out kind of pretty. This isn't my normal style, if I'm honest. So it's a little bit outside my comfort zone, but I think it turned out really pretty. So now I'm going to show you the close-ups. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you check out the playlist. There's so many people playing along. I can't even keep up, y'all. So do that. Check out my Instagram. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys, so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.